Hello supporters and neighbours, welcome to Save Perth Hills online campaign. Now I'm really sorry I couldn't stand before you on Sunday the 15th of March. We had a massive rally planned to give voice to the overwhelming community objection across the hills and Perth to the dangerous and destructive North Stoneville urban development. We were expecting about 3,000 people for what promised to be a unique, united political rally. But I have some good news. At our rally in April last year, I called on governments to show leadership and protect our community to stop this planning disaster. I am so pleased to report that politicians from every level and every side, local, state and federal, heard our call and support us. Save Perth Hills have met with every one of them and they all agree an extreme bushfire zone is no place for an urban housing development of more than 4,000 people. Remember, if North Stoneville proceeds, then Parkerville, with 2,000 more people, will follow. On the 27th of August 2019, in front of more than 1,000 ratepayers and residents, the Shire of Mundaring Council unanimously voted that the Western Australian Planning Commission say no to North Stoneville for 9 different reasons. The WAPC, which describes the plan as complex in nature, is considering North Stoneville and we expect a decision in April. The WAPC can vote in 3 ways: no, yes, or yes with conditions. As highlighted by Mundaring Shire and Save Perth Hills, State Planning Fire Policy 3.7 mandates that planning must avoid any increase in the threat of bushfire to people, property and infrastructure. The preservation of life and the management of bushfire impact are paramount. Australia's Black Summer of Fires caused unprecedented trauma and destruction. The Royal Commission into these megafires will consider planning and zoning in bushfire-prone areas just like ours. But that disaster was predicted by 23 former fire chiefs who warned Prime Minister Scott Morrison a year ago that Australia is unprepared for worsening natural disasters from climate change, and governments are putting lives at risk. Like those fire chiefs, our community sees the writing on the wall. Just days before our rally was scheduled, we met with Premier Mark McGowan and warned him that the potential North Stoneville planning disaster can be averted with a no vote from the Western Australian Planning Commission. Around 1,000 of you objected to North Stoneville in public submissions, highlighting unprecedented bushfire risk and lack of safe fire exits. We know from the 2014 Stoneville, Parkerville and Mount Helena fires that our roads cannot support a 200% population increase from North Stoneville, or 11,200 extra traffic movements on Stoneville Road every day. The Cardno traffic report states that intersections along Great Eastern Highway can only accommodate 70 more dwellings. The proposed 2J road upgrade, or the old Orange route, is no solution because North Stoneville is still framed by Stoneville and Roland roads, which are at capacity. Environmental experts hold grave fears about the scale of damage from this development. A sewerage plant in untested geology next to our pristine Susanna Brook water catchment. About 200 hectares of native bush will be bulldozed, destroying endangered black cockatoos' nesting hollows and trees that have been home to a breeding pair of wedge-tailed eagles for 30 years. Our Shire Council and Save Perth Hills have solid support from local members Matthew Hughes and Ken Wyatt. Premier McGowan has listened to us and now understands that our community's bushfire trauma has lasted long after the event. So we wait and trust our voices have been heard, along with the wisdom of political leaders. North Stoneville puts our lives at increased risk. It is a fire trap and it must not proceed in its current form. We call on the Western Australian Planning Commission and landowner, the Anglican Church, to help safeguard our community, because all levels of government and the church have a duty of care to keep communities safe. We look forward to your videos of support as we take what we hope is the final home run to wipe out this planning disaster in the making forever.
Why are we all here today? I'm very sorry, I didn't hear that. Thank you so much.